What it is, Daniacs. We are doing some clips off of my podcast right here, and this one right here is all about the power of man, which has been forgotten and intentionally obfuscated and concealed. So let's roll with it.
Reading is for dummies and writing is for creators. So, and of course, you know, most people read, but the point is, are you taking in your own programming? If all you do is read and you don't write, you're not creating anything for yourself. Of course, reading is necessary, but the point is to be a creator and the author of your own story instead of letting other people. And this is all going to circle back to one of our questions at the end, which is, what is your purpose? Okay, most people's purpose is co-opted, and then that goes back to that other subject: is keep a careful eye out for movements, because our purpose is constantly being co-opted. And why is that? That is because our perception is the jewel of the cosmos. We are all a big old sea of gods, and the only way for one god to exert control over other gods is to influence or manipulate them in some way to relinquish their divine sovereignty, and that is usually done through, you know, the scriptures, and that is done using mass Stockholm syndrome and mass psychosis. Okay, so we got the true power of men, and I didn't learn this. I wanted to pass this lesson on in case there's some younger dudes out there, because I didn't learn this shit until I was about 30, dude. The true power of a man is saying no and setting boundaries. And that is a power that society is actively trying to take away from men these days. And they do it through perception manipulation once again. But because you got all these chicks that think, you know, they get to say no. It's like, yeah, you say no, but no means no for everyone, and men don't realize that they have that power too. You know, and I'll tell you right now, okay, this is a classless heathen moment. The best way to get consensual anal from a girl, okay, she has to know you can make her come. If she doesn't know you can make her come, then you're fucking up. But okay, so you put it in. That's what she calls me, Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know you intentionally said that loud. Yeah. Don't worry. Hey, everyone heard your nickname for me. Her nickname is Crystal. We got to get even. Yeah. Crystal. You like that one, huh, Michelle? What the fuck? You threw me off, motherfucker. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about how to if you're with the girl, she has to know you can make her come. Okay, what you do is you get her close to coming, and then you stop and pull out and say, "That's all you got to get till you ask me real nice to put it in your ass." Okay, and walk away. Done. Yeah. If your goal is to get that consensual anal, because she'll be like, no, she'll do everything in her power. Do everything in her.
Okay, to be clear, you can use this same method to get anything on planet Earth that you want within a girl's power of giving to you. Okay, you can use this method for anything, and with great power comes great responsibility. Full disclaimer, I am absolutely not advising abusing this loophole, this life hack, some might call it. Do not abuse it. But if there's something that you really, 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 really want, then there is your golden path right there, little buddy.
No, come on, please finish. And this is what I'm talking about. This circles around to a point. You say no. That's all you get, bitch. No. and okay, and maybe she doesn't give you that time, but next time you do the same.
Hey, you got to be ready to get broke up with too. When you go into battle, you got to be prepared to die. Okay, and it's no different with a relationship with a woman. It is a battle, and you must be prepared. Maybe not a physical death, but the relationship death. That has to be on the table, okay? And not being able to walk away from anything gives that thing power over you, okay? And be careful what you give that power over you.
Then you get her close, and then you pull out and you say no. That's all you get until you ask really fucking nice for me to stick it in your ass. Classless heathen moment, y'all. So this is a lesson I learned in life. What?
Where did that come from?
Where that came from is I've only dated one girl since I've been in Arkansas, and it was the first black girl I ever dated. She was fine as fuck. I'm not going to give her last name, but her name was Veronica. She only dated white dudes, and she acted whiter than I do, because I come from the hood, and if you talk to me long enough, you'll hear the hood in me. And you talk to her long enough, and she sounds like a nerdy white girl, but she was fine as fuck.
Yeah, that was out in Jonesboro, Arkansas. I met that girl online, and we only dated for like a month. She was a really nice girl. I ended up breaking up with her, which I kind of regretted later, but I just wasn't super feeling it, you know. Like I'd be the white dude up in the hood walking around with one of their black girls, and there'd be a group of black dudes walk by. They'd be like, "Damn, son, you loud, ain't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah.
And I kept trying to put it in her butt. She's like, no. I'm like, all right, yeah, no means no. That's cool. So I got her close to coming, and I pulled out, and I went, no, I'm good. No, I could finish, but no, until you asked me really nice to stick it in your butt. An hour later, she's like, all right. So I'm just saying, you know, in case anyone needs a tried and true technique right there on how to get that consensual anal from your girlfriend, there you go. But that circles back around to the power of a man is saying no. And that's a lesson I learned later in life that I wish I learned earlier, and I'm trying to pass that lesson on. So setting boundaries, saying no.
Well, I know Brooklyn, you know, I don't mean anything by this, but I'm probably just a couple years younger than you. And
a lot younger.
Well, you've seen guys change over each generation, and I've made some theories that once we started playing John Mayer on the radio, guys really did soften up a lot, but we still fed them video games and war movies because we were funding credit card wars at the time. So we made us a bunch of pussies, but we still all went to war. But I remember back in the day where dudes had a little bit more tenacity. Like I've been watching the first few seasons of American Gladiators, and one of the contenders on there was Billy Wirth. He was the brown-haired dude from the Lost Boys, the vampire, one of the vampire guys. And he's this skinny kid from New York, you know. He's kind of soft-spoken, you know. He's too cool, and he's whooping their asses. And nobody would have ever thought this kid out of probably Brooklyn, you know, or somewhere, you know. Nobody would have thought this little skinny kid with long black hair was going to come in and whoop some ass. Nowadays, you're not going to get that. That skinny guy who's got a lot of fight in him, they're there. But it's back in the day, guys were a little bit tougher, and I don't know if that's because maybe they were raised in a way to where they were more confident in how they did their life, and now guys are a bunch of whiny bitches.
Yeah.
Well, and that's got to irritate the shit out of the generations before me.
Well, that's intentional, though. That's part of the perception manipulation programs that have been enacted since I was a kid, you know?
Well, I'm way older than you. I'm 62 years old.
I was born in 85.
And, yeah, I was well out of high school by then. But when I was young, I mean, it was not so much that you were able to beat everybody up, but it was more in the fight that you had in you. All right. Yeah. So in other words, like, it was the culture I grew up in is it didn't so matter if you won the fight, but that you were willing to do the fight.
Yeah. It matters that you stand up for yourself, whether you win or lose.
That you're willing to throw down.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely was into that myself personally.
Used to be a badass on the streets, or what?
Yeah, you know, this is not me now. This was a long time.
Well, yeah, that's old blue.
I was totally into fighting and all that stuff, but again, it was based on an honor that you were willing to defend yourself. You know. Yeah. And you're willing to throw down, but it wasn't the same when I was young. It wasn't the same like with guns and knives and all that.
Well, back then it was about fighting and walking away, and these days it's more about just killing each other.
hand to hand, you know.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Hand to hand combat, you know, and after it, you would actually like shake hands and go home.
Yeah.
Sometimes we became friends.
Thanks, buddy. I needed that.
man.
Would become friends, and
Yeah, people. Okay, well, I'm going to segue into people just need to start punching each other in the face more.
Instead of shooting.
I will temper that with instead of killing each other. You know, put the weapons down. Just do some fisticuffs, and both you walk away, go about your day. But that kind of circles. And did you get that one thing pulled up for us, Witch Doctor?
All right, y'all. That random cussing was me almost driving it or dying in traffic because I got no fucking brakes. I just got pulled over yesterday with no insurance. I've been driving without insurance for 4 months now because I got no fucking money. Been out of work for 4 months. So there's a little bit of a vlog dropped in on it, but yeah, thanks for rolling with the dark light. Appreciate it, y'all. Stay sexy, motherfuckers. Let's go. Step into Dane's world. Dark light is upon you.